All right, guys. All right. So, welcome, my lovely group of students. Today we're going to do a read aloud, much like the one your classroom teacher did. And how many of you are doing your read alouds at home? Okay, good start, Layla. This is something you would also be doing with someone in your family at home. All right? Yeah, it can be any family member. That's right. And I'm also going to use that. So we had the questions that we provided with the the question rings. I'm going to ask more than one question though, but this particular one, the very first one, is about I can imagine in my head as I read. So what I want you to think about, Aubrey, Layla, and Juliana, are words as I read to you that might paint a picture like a movie in your brain, okay? Like make you so that you can connect and understand the characters in the story and what's going on, maybe how they're feeling. And so listen for those, and I'll ask you about those as we read, okay? So first of all, the title is New Shoes for Sylvia, and the author is Johanna Hurwitz. And this story, since we're going to make a connection to last week's Cinco de Mayo, this story is about and her family who are from South America. So they're not in the United States, but they are in South America, like where Mexico. We have some students from Honduras, maybe Brazil. Could be anywhere there, all right? And I want you to take a look, and just so you know, this little girl, Sylvia, is going to be getting some new shoes. She gets a package.
Picture shows like her like hugging her new shoes and like
Yeah,
you could tell it's red.
exactly. And take a look at here. This is also, sometimes the front covers give you information. It says, this is from Tia Rosita, and she's from the USA.
So she's from here.
Uh-huh. But it's to Sylvia and her family in another America. So if it's not in North America, where would it be?
South America.
Yeah, that would be another America. So the package has to travel. Take a look at where they would be traveling to. Yeah, it's a very little town. Layla, take a look at that little town. And Aubrey, take a look at, are there a lot of big buildings? And
No, it's not like the city. So maybe that's
yeah. And this could be the car. This might even be the mail truck that brings her the package.
Probably that big building right here is probably the school.
Could be, or a church. Yeah, a lot of times those are churches. So it's a very small, what they call a rural village. And so when they get packages, you guys, it takes a lot to get there.
Yeah, like we traveling probably to the mountains, to here,
Yes,
and then like all the way to where and going back.
that's right. So it's a big deal to get a package. So let's find out. Let's see. So she gets a package, and you know what? She's pretty excited about her package, Sylvia is, but there is a problem. So I want you to think for a moment, and Aubrey, you can think about this too. Can you think about a time, let's make a connection, a time that you got a package in the mail, but at first you were excited to get it, and then maybe something wasn't quite right about that package. How about you?
Maybe the shoe size weren't fitting her, and she was kind of a little bummed because she really loved those shoes and she's been waiting probably for a year.
Yeah, because look how far. Right, right. So it could be something didn't fit. How about you, Layla? Did you ever have anything like that happen?
Yeah.
What?
I didn't get the right shirt that I wanted to get.
Was it a shirt?
Yeah, it was like a small and it was like a full different color. And maybe it wasn't the color she wanted.
Very good. Have you ever had anything like that happen to you, Aubrey? No, nothing. Mine was a shirt. You can't think of anything? No. Sometimes you don't have that. Mine was a shirt also, but didn't fit me right. Okay.
It's the size too.
Yes, yes. Once far away in another America, a package arrived at the post office. The package came from Tia Rosita. Inside there were gifts for the whole family.
Maybe it's right.
Tia, by the way, in Spanish is aunt. So you're right. For Sylvia, there was a wonderful present, a pair of bright red shoes with little buckles. I want you to think about this. Little buckles that shone in the sun like silver. Right away, Sylvia took off her old shoes and put on the beautiful new ones. Then she walked around so everyone could see. So she walked around. Walked around so everyone could see. What did the author say that lets you know a little bit about these shoes? He said something about the shoes.
That it's red and has little buckles that could be like that shows in the sunlight.
Yeah. So does that mean that they'd be kind of pretty or ugly if they were shiny?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, that's a big word. Considering, look at her. Look at how she's walking around. Layla, I was thinking about you. You know, your hair looks good today. You feel good. So if you're walking around with your shoes, how are you feeling about those shoes?
Confident.
Yeah, nice and confident. Aubrey, take a look at these shoes right there. What do you notice about those shoes, though? Something you said, but let's let Aubrey notice it. What do you notice about those shoes? Do you see the back end of them? Look at it.
I think they have like this little thing.
Do they look like, do you see this gap? There's a gap back there about this much. So if there's a gap in the back of her foot about that much, that means that the shoes might be too what?
Big.
Too big. Take a look at her papa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I was kind of red because if you see that gap, it probably might fit her, and she like might be really bumping, probably lost her confidence. Yeah,
She could.
It might like when she like runs around and walks, it might like fall off.
Well, let's see if that happens. Interesting. Okay, so, oh, and she says, mira, mira. That means look, look in Spanish. She called, look, look. Those shoes are as red as the setting sun. Oh, listen to that. Her grandmother said, but they are too big for you. Your shoes are as red as the inside of a watermelon, said Papa, but they are too big. You will fall if you wear them. Tia Rosita has sent you shoes the color of a rose, said Mama. We will put them away until they fit you. All right, so I'm going to let everybody think for a minute. The author used some words to kind of describe those shoes. Right? Describe them and make you kind of picture them in your head. What were some of the words that they used? Layla?
So they said that an inside of your shoes is as red as inside of a watermelon.
So what does that look like to you? Like really what?
That they're really bright.
They're really bright red shoes, yes.
But they don't actually mean that. Like it's like watermelon.
No.
It's like figurative language. And
Yeah.
when the father said I was like bright as a rose, and she said that they won't fit you because they're too big to put them away when they're bigger. When she's bigger, she might not listen to him. She might still wear them because she likes them back.
Oh, or send them back. Aubrey, do you think when they say that the color was red as the setting sun, what can you imagine what do you see in your head when you see red as the setting sun? Where do we see that?
I think they mean that it's like red, but not like as red as the sun.
So not as red as it can be. Like there's some orange colors, like Bronco colors sometimes we see at night. We often say that, right? So beautiful, but they're all saying that they're too big. So you think that she might send them back?
Yeah, maybe she'll like put them away, but she'll like take them back to like the parents and wear them.
Do you think, Aubrey, she wants to take back these beautiful shoes? I don't think she does either. Yeah. Let's see what she does. Sylvia was sad, for sure. What good were new shoes if she couldn't wear them? That night, she slept with them in her bed.
But they're not red inside.
No, it said as red as the inside of a watermelon. Because the outside of a watermelon is what color, you guys?
Really
Green. So it's there as red as the inside of the watermelon, yeah. Now, this reminded me of my son. he slept with his blanket that he loved so much. And here she is. Do you guys give me a thumbs up, sideways, or down? Did you ever sleep with something at night that you loved so much? Yes. All right. Very good. So here she is. She's sleeping with those shoes. She must really love them, huh? Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of like I slept with the Starbucks bag.
You slept with a Starbucks bag. Okay, that one's good, but I've never thought about that. I do love Starbucks. Okay, so take a look at her the next day. It says, the next morning, Sylvia put on the red shoes again. Perhaps she had grown during the night. What do you think?
No.
Huh? No? Okay. All right. Guess what? Nope. The shoes were still too big, but she saw that they were just the right size to make beds for two of her dolls. Even though it was the morning, the dolls went right to sleep in their new beds. Take a look at them. Huh. You guys always tell me something about positive mindset, right? A positive mindset. What does that mean?
Like if something's really positive and they're feeling confident.
When you have a positive
And
mindset,
Look on the positive side of things.
the positive side.
Not the negative things.
Okay. Aubrey, what would the negative part of having these shoes being too big? What would the negative or bad part have been?
That she would say she shouldn't wear them and she doesn't like them.
Right.
They say that they're bad.
Yes, that would be the negative. But did she take the positive way around with this? What's something she did that was positive here?
She still wore them and took them everywhere she went, even though her parents said they're gonna have to put them away until they fit her.
And she even used them as a
Doll bed.
doll bed, right? She wasn't giving up, was she?
No, she
That's-
still wants to play with it. She still wants to wear them. She wants to do all kinds of things with them. But
Yeah.
she wished that it will fit her, and she thought she will grow overnight, which takes a long time.
She has a positive, though, mindset. I'm growing tomorrow. Those shoes are fitting on me. Okay, we're going to stop right there today, and we will continue with our conversation tomorrow. But you guys did a really good job. Can you think of words that the author used to kind of make you visualize what these shoes meant to her? Give me something. What was one thing that you heard that the author used, some words that made you either visualize about how beautiful these shoes were or how important these shoes were to her? Go ahead, Juliana.
The red is like the color of the sunset,
And so that made you think that these shoes must be,
like kind of like a sunset, like it's when it goes down, they're like really red.
and is that a pretty thing?
Yeah, it's really pretty. Thing.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
she also feels confident a lot.
Okay, I'm going to hold you on that one thought and just see if the girls can give me some other things. What else did they say? So we have the sunset that made you might think about that.
It was as bright as it was as bright as the inside of a watermelon.
So that would also mean that those words kind of tell you that it's bright or beautiful?
Bright.
Bright. I like the bright thing. What about you, Aubrey? What else did you hear?
I heard that they said that they won't be able. They look really pretty, but they don't fit you.
And right away, then, that probably caused her to feel a little how?
Sad.
Sad and disappointed, right? Some disappointment.
Said that she was gonna put them away
Ugh.
until she goes into, and
Yes,
she
yes.
thought she would grow into the night.
Very good. Good review of those. All right, when we come back to this, the next time we read, we'll listen for more of those words and we'll talk about what is going to happen. And usually, we kind of predict a little bit about what's going to happen. So, what do you think is going to happen?
I think what's gonna happen is she's gonna keep on doing the same thing. And
Like every day, try them on?
Yeah, and also think she might like say that I have grown, and then I'm gonna keep trying the shoes, and she will never give up of trying the shoes.
Okay.
And her mom might be saying that to put them away, but she won't listen.
Okay.
I think this part one thing is that I think maybe the mom's pregnant with her little brother.
Did you see that? Oh, that's important to the story.
Yeah, she had like little bump.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Mm-hmm.
she gonna have a little sister, and then maybe when the sister comes, her shoes will finally fit.
Oh, that's a nice prediction too. Aubrey, what do you think?
I think that she's just gonna keep, like, kind of what she said, keep trying them on every
Keep
day
trying them on.
until they fit.
And then someday, maybe it'll be after the baby is born.
She might be bigger already, and then the food family should
It takes
fit.
9 months.
It does take 9 months. Yes, that's right. All right, guys. All right, we will stop there. Thank you for good job today. Bravo. Nice.